What's good? What's good? Check out these fucking shades. The sun is right in my eyes. But I stole these from a dentist that I saw right before I lost my health insurance. I've just got a teeth cleaning and whatnot. And anyways, Schadenfreude. If you are not familiar with that word, I'll give you just a really quick definition. It is essentially the sensation of pleasure or happiness derived from someone else's misfortune. So if you see someone else like trip and fall on their face and then you laugh, that's an easy example of Schadenfreude. Why is it relevant to this video and the culture wars and unity? Well, because I have been making claims that I feel like the conservatives have been generating some culture war victories. The whole Roe v. Wade thing, and then the Second Amendment, Supreme Court ruling, and just all of sort of the Let's Go Brandon, and they're just kind of kicking butt right now in the culture wars. But that's normal. Everything in the universe cycles. We expect to see the left and the right take turns kind of being popular and countercultural and mainstream. And I have maybe expressed a little bit of glee over this fact. However, ultimately, I don't think it is a great thing. I hate both parties, and it's really funny. There's this expression, the greatest threat to American democracy is the Democratic Party, and I agree with that. But the second greatest threat to American democracy is the Republican Party. So they're just this much different in terms of how awful they are. I hate them both. The only redeeming quality really currently for the Conservative Party is actually their religious foundation or basis. And I say that not as someone who likes Christianity, but I say that as someone who likes the idea of faith, spirituality, of transcendent meaning and purpose. And we are seeing now that that is what has disappeared from the left, from the what word can we use? A lot of people are now coming to the understanding there's actually a small but loud minority of fringe ideologues who are sort of dominating the discourse right now. They're able to do so because they are giving magnification via tech industry, and they're given amplification via support and resources. The term useful idiots I use. So when you see somebody who is popular but retarded, can you say that on YouTube anymore? I don't know. But when you see someone like Vosh, that idiot, this is a great example. He is being propped up because he's a useful idiot. The same thing happens on the right. I'm trying to think of a conservative example of someone who's an establishment figure. Alex Jones, I think he's controlled opposition, I do. So that's an example of someone on the right that is controlled opposition, that is helping the establishment. And while Alex Jones and Vosh may not actually like each other or agree or even think that they're helping the same group of people, they are. And that's what we need to focus on, is that upper level, the upper echelons of the elites. They're playing a completely different game than we are, and they're using the game that we're playing via social engineering, via propaganda, to manipulate us. Divide and conquer. If you can keep the people divided, they're easier to control. This has been going on for thousands of years, and more people are waking up. But unfortunately, the only suitable option at the current moment is the Conservative Party. However, hopefully, through our efforts, we can bring about a true third-party option. And I know I'm an anarchist saying that, but I do understand that in some essence we need to use the system to dismantle the system. And there are people who understand that as well. There are people who have infiltrated the system and have done so with malevolent intentions to take over the institutions and use them for authoritarian purposes instead of benevolent purposes. So we're probably going to see a huge conservative victory in the next few years, which might have some good and will also have some bad. But hopefully after that, after we've had that counter swing to the right, more or enough people will have woken up to the bullshit duopoly of the left-right paradigm and will truly begin to create alternative options. Because that is going to be the key to building the new earth. So, thank you for listening. Take a little bit of joy in these little victories we can get, but try and use this momentum to expand the scope and expand the demographics of this movement, this New Age Christ consciousness movement of people who are trying to bring about the new earth and who are fighting the Great Reset. There are so many different groups of people who are seeing the Great Reset and saying, no, now we need to come together. And we're going to have differing value sets. However, if we can focus on the key goal, the common enemy of the Great Reset, I think that would be the best, most fertile ground for forming unity. So this is a call to action, in a sense, to those who want to contribute to fighting the Great Reset. I've done other videos about what is your call to action, and I'm always looking to network and whatnot, so if you feel compelled and you want to help, reach out. You can find my email on my channel, you can hit me up on Instagram. That's all for real this time. Thank you very much for listening. Much love.